Hi Leo, it's Denise with Divine Soul Astrology, and today I'm here to discuss the Libra full moon, which is very exciting for me. It sure is, but that's happening on April 1st, and that will be at 7:12 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time here on the West Coast right in the United States. So check for your own time around the world as it may be different for sure. So the full moon in Libra, Leo, will invite us. Yes, it will invite us to understand more deeply our personal relationships, any type of relationship really, but and how we interact with others, right? Also, our perspective on what is fair and balanced. That's what the Libra full moon is about. Venus is the ruler of the full moon, and Venus also rules Taurus, all right, which is finance, self-possessions. Yeah, they're all together there. So yeah, and Libra will invite us to see the beauty in our lives, right? The full moon in Libra. So let's see what else I have. This video, though, is going to be for Leo, and that will be ascendant, sun, and moon. I say it in that way because it's a little bit more, the ascendant's a little bit more important. Yeah. Okay, so, but do check out all, right, for sure. Um, Especially as we talk about the moon, because the moon, right, it represents your feelings, and this is the full moon, right? So, yeah, we have the ma majority of the energy right now in Pisces and Aries, and I've said this before, but when we have energy in Pisces and Aries this time of the year, it is suggesting that we transcend, we leave things behind that no longer serve us, and we overcome our fears and our doubts, and we believe in the divine, and we this is transcendence, and we believe in that our dreams can come true, right? Our visions and our dreams. So, and Aries wants us to have courage to do that, right? For sure. The sun will also conjoin Chiron in Aries, and something can like heal there. And the sun is your ruling luminary. It really is, Leo, in case maybe you're new to astrology, but the sun will conjoin Chiron. Chiron wants us to heal something, often through reflection, and Chiron will be in your sister sign Aries, right? And that is, yeah, and that is happening on the 4th. So something is able to be overcome, perhaps. Doesn't always have to be healing. And something likely personal because it's in Aries, the sign of the self. Um, hmm And so we also have Mars, the ruler of Aries and Scorpio, and that is essentially the ruler of the sun right now, where because the sun is in Aries, but Mars is in Pisces, asking us, as I said, I beg your pardon, asking us to believe in a dream. Now we also have Mars. It will be conjoining, conjoined, not will be, but is conjoined with Mercury, the planet of the mind, the planet of intelligence and thinking, where Mercury wants us to be smart. It wants us to analyze where we want to go with that Aryan energy, right? Which is courage and drive. So Mercury's trying to show us something there for sure. And Venus, the ruler of the full moon, is at 2 degrees in Taurus in a hidden conjunction with Chiron. I think I talked about that already. But and this can be, bring up these themes of self-worth, right? Of healing something that is connected to your maybe self-worth, self-esteem. It could be our attitudes about money, right? Could be. And the full moon is yeah, and we talked about how it is inviting us to understand our relationship better. So let's go to your personal relationship or your personal horoscope rather. And so the full moon is in your third house of the mind, right? I was talking about Mercury, and so Mercury rules the third house, but the mind, this is our decisions, our thinking, our learning, our analysis. It is about goals and plans and goals and willpower. And the third house is whatever is familiar to us. So something might be very familiar to you here, uh, right? It can be, associated with your local environment because that is familiar. It doesn't have to be, though. It can be about siblings, neighbors, and short distance travel. So beauty and harmony may be more important right now for you, Gemini, I mean, not Gemini, Leo, I beg your pardon. Beauty and harmony could be more important in your surroundings or also how you communicate in your relationship to others. Hope I didn't say um, Gemini earlier. The only reason I brought that up is we were talking about Mercury, which is, Gemini's planet, basically. So the sun is in Aries, and that is in your house of truth and higher purpose, growth and expansion. So it could be showing you something, Leo, that is very important. That is your ninth house. This is also concerned with education, teaching, publishing, long distance travel, and wisdom. That is the ninth house. It can be the house of our philosophy as well, for sure. So we have the sun in your ninth is encouraging you to act in your best interest or with your best interest as to your higher purpose or your purpose in life, right? So it could be asking you to act with wisdom, right? And and to grow and expand, encouraging you to grow and expand. The sun is also conjoined with Saturn, and this is emphasizing a seriousness or a commitment may be needed, right? Maybe hard work, discipline could be. It could even be a mature attitude when we have the sun conjoined with uh, with Saturn. And when we say conjunction, we mean basically aligned and working together, right? So, decisions could be important right now, and the moon can also illuminate that for sure. Um, hmm And so, yeah, because of the full moon being in your third house of the mind, right? And also your natal sun will square Jupiter. Jupiter is about our expansion and growth. That will be in Cancer. So the square is putting pressure on you to maybe we're in some area of your life where you can grow or expand. It could be kind of sometimes Jupiter will force us in, to grow and expand because that's what it wants for us, right? And so with that square there, a square is kind of like you feel stuck, right? Or you have some type of inner conflict, the square. You're stuck in these four kind of walls. And maybe it's a mental wall here because, it's affecting your third house, right? Yeah. So, um, yeah. And so now we have, yeah, this square, your natal sun will square Jupiter in Cancer in your house of visions and dreams, surrender and release. Yeah, that is your 12th house, Leo, in Cancer. So this could be pushing for action and change, as I was saying. And Venus will also, Venus, the ruler of the full moon, and Venus is love. Venus is love. It is I talked about it earlier, but Venus is relationships, how we relate, but it's finance and self-worth as well. It is the good life as well. So right now, Venus can also represents food because it represents, what we are part of the good life, and and maybe you want to, there's something that you want for yourself, kind of gourmet food, right? So it could be, but Venus will, or really good food here, comfort food even, because the second house, Venus is associated with comfort. But we have Venus opposing the moon on the 3rd of April from your house of authority and ambition, responsibility, career, social status. And so Venus, that can support your money, right? Is supporting, Venus is a benefic, so that can support your finances, Leo, your well-being, your relationships, or how you manage them, kind of and to, help create beauty and harmony in your life. So thank you so much for joining me here, Leo. If you've enjoyed this content, please like, share, and subscribe. Help me to get to the 1,000 subs that I need here on YouTube. Hit the bell so you can, be notified of my next upload. If you would like a reading with me, I have all kinds of great readings. I'm a psychic, I'm a tarot reader, an astrologer as well. And so, check out my website, which is listed below, and you can see all the cool readings that I have. So thank you so much, Leo.